Good morning, guys. Bill McMillan here with IndyWX.com. Happy Friday to you. It's a cold day, and as the visible satellite shows, we've had a few clouds scoot through central Indiana, some lake effect snow across northern portions of the state, even had a couple snow flurries filter into Boone County earlier this morning. But for the most part, the lake effect snow is beginning to push off to the west as this little band of lake effect snow continues to retrograde to the west. Most of the state remains dry and unseasonably cold today. In fact, temperatures for most of the entire region, for that matter, in the Midwest and Great Lakes, 15 to as much as 25 degrees below where we should be at the 10 o'clock hour. Officially here as we record this video at 10:45, 31 degrees, a wind chill of 21 here in Whitestown. So pretty impressive stuff. A first-class shot of early season Arctic air, and certainly beginning to feel like winter out there, no doubt about it. Highs today with dry conditions in place, only topping out in the lower to middle 30s, more like what we would expect for late December. Overnight lows tonight will fall into the mid-20s for all of central Indiana, so a hard freeze on tap again tonight. And then we'll start the weekend dry, but clouds will begin to thicken up Saturday, and we'll introduce some light rain into our forecast late Saturday night. Again, tomorrow, though, is dry and cold. Clouds begin to increase tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and light rain will develop, and potentially even some sleet and light freezing rain could be expected as well if this precipitation gets in here quick enough. Now, that said, I think initially most of what tries to move in here tomorrow night evaporates before reaching the ground, as it's going to encounter some dry air aloft. Things will begin to moisten up all the way down to the surface Sunday morning, and a chilly rain can be expected, just a downright raw Sunday ahead for most of central Indiana, but a wintry mix can be expected across northern portions of the state, a mixture of snow and sleet with some of this rain as well. Not a big deal as far as an impact goes from an accumulation standpoint, but nonetheless a sign of the times as we continue to rumble into the second half of November. Speaking of that, continued very blocky look on things here. This is a look at the European ensemble out at day 10, getting closer to Thanksgiving. This would be a Thanksgiving week here. And with this high latitude blocking in place, this Greenland block certainly is going to create a log jam of sorts in our weather pattern, and most likely is going to continue to lead to colder than normal conditions as we go through the last 10 days of the month of November. In addition to that, we will have to monitor the prospects of potential wintry mischief, if you will. This is the type pattern that certainly can produce that, and we'll be on the lookout for the potential, at least, of some early season wintry fun and games as we go into Thanksgiving week. The GFS ensemble continues to be very aggressive with this deeply negative Arctic oscillation, just further increasing our confidence of a cold pattern to wrap up the month of November. And additionally, we've been posting on this quite a bit over the past couple of weeks. Snow cover continues to be well ahead of where we were this time last year, and is already beginning to have its impact felt on our particular part of the country and the entire nation for that matter, with colder conditions compared to last November. But also, as we're seeing right now, forecast models that are having to correct colder as we go from the medium term to real term, and they come to the realization that these Arctic air masses won't modify as much as they would if we didn't have the snowpack down. So nonetheless, some fun and exciting times ahead if you like wintry conditions, no doubt. In the meantime, make it a great weekend. Thank you as always for logging on to IndyWX.com. We'll talk with you soon.